the Jackrabbits fall ball, final regular season game, and we're playing the Rocky Mountain Ridgemen. Ridgemen have 2 victories this year, so should be a fun game for us. Jackrabbits only being given credit for 1 victory. The forfeiture was just ruled as a game that did not, because we did not get to all of the innings, just didn't count apparently. So.
You're on a 15-second delay just in case the wind gets
Will be for me, I hope.
Yeah, it's not even tough from our side. Apparently it's your side that it comes from. I don't know.
Well,
That's what I just
I've muted first base, so you can't. I can't hear anything. But I do have third base on because I want some sounds of the game.
Are you just doing that through Game Changer? Or
No, Game Changer is horrible. It costs a bunch of money. So we're using Sideline HD for our scoreboard, and then we just send it to YouTube. So if you go to the Colorado Jackrabbits YouTube page, we're live and we're on there, and so we just send it to there. So Game Changer is a good idea, but they charge both to produce it and then they charge all the grandmas and grandpas to watch, whereas we can put it on YouTube, and we have most game days about 60 or 70 viewers, and then kids go back and watch themselves, so about double that by the time a week later or so. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun midlife crisis for me.
cheaper than a sports car?
It is way cheaper than a sports car. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jack on the mound. We'll do our defensive setup. We only have 10 boys today. So we've got Jack on the mound. We've got Kieran behind the plate. We've got Joe at first. We've got Ricardo at second. Jorge at short. Gianni at third. In right field, looks like we've got Jabrell. In center, we've got Chris. And then left, we've got Javon. That puts Teddy on the bench, who I know was warming up, and if he needed to come in, would come in. So Rocky Mountain Ridgemen. And the first pitch is going to be down the left field or right field line, and tapped on first for an out. 1 down, 1 pitch, 1 out. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do why Joe didn't pick up the ball and just tag the runner, but we'll take it. Another lefty up. I don't think this is the team that has all. We've already played that team, but another lefty. So 57 on that first pitch, according to the track. If so, that's the fastest that Jack's pitched all year. And next pitch is a ground ball to the left side. Jorge, he makes the pitch and throws to first for the outs. 3 pitches, 2 outs. And I see that my left field camera got way moved. Wowzers. We have to go fix that. So 3 pitches, 2 down. And the Ridgemen, a big swinging team here, clearly. Seeing a strike and going for it. Next pitch, 50. That can't be 57. Oh, that was not 57. That's what my gun said, but there's no way. The next pitch is 53. That's more like what Jack throws. So we're gonna have Jack throws a fastball low to mid 50s today, but 4 pitches. That ball is strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the batter. Jack throwing beautiful BBs. Jack loves to start the game. He's a big fan of just having the bases empty. 53, I'm not sure what that was, but that's it. So 3 up, 3 down for the Ridgemen, and that ends the top of the first. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. Total is 7 pitches. A very, very efficient from Jack. Jack can do that. We're going to have a very good game for us. I'm going to go fix my left field camera.
Hey, what's the picture? Excuse me.
Just know who you're after.
I'm after Teddy.
So my left field camera is attached to the dugout right where everybody bounces off the fence into and out of the dugout. So hopefully I just made it a little bit better, but I may go back and do some more with that. All right, we're going to have Joe and Jorge, Ricardo. Gianni will back clean up. Teddy and Jack will see the plate if those boys get on.
Hey, watch the throw down. Go, watch the throw down.
And ball's in, been called, comes the throw down. This pitcher has been quite inside to the right-handed batter on every warm-up, throwing high 50s. So we'll see. What? Oh, so it's up against the fence and all the kids hit that. So it was turned. So I've got to get it a little more, I got to get another zip tie up higher so it doesn't want to turn on itself. I got it. So in steps Jack. Or sorry, Joe, excuse me, not Jack. Joe steps in. Just talking to Jack's dad. That's what happened there. First pitch. Swing. Miss. Nice pitch from the batter there, or from the pitcher there. Joe pulled his head a little bit. Yeah. Ground ball too short. He's bobbled and he's out by half a step. So good swing, good hit, but good recovery by the shortstop there for the first out of the inning. So 2 pitches, 1 down. I'm just a crazy man talking to myself. Just a crazy man talking to myself. So in steps Jorge now. And Jorge will see this first pitch here. That ball is 62 and in the dirt. A little outside. So this pitcher bringing some of the highest heat we've seen all fall ball. So our boys need to be ready to swing and swing early. And the next pitch to Jorge. Straight back, 59. Jorge giving some useful advice from coach, telling him to hit the ball in the opposite direction. This is not cricket after all, this is American baseball. And there's a shot down the left field line, but foul. So Jorge now with 1 ball, 2 strike count, 1 down. So Jorge clearly teed up on this batter. Big opening in down the left field line. Jorge can elevate the ball. That ball is popped up to the right side. Oh, sorry, straight to center. My bad. That ball is way out to center field. Jorge is going to go to third. He's going to need to get down. Oh, the ball gets away. And Jorge gets to third on a triple. So ball beat him, but didn't get the tag. So Jorge now on third base with a triple over the center fielder's head. So Ricardo will step in. So this pitcher will have a problem that plagues most power pitchers. He's either going to throw it past everybody or they're going to put a charge into it. We've seen this when we had Cole on our team and sometimes when Teddy can hit high enough. 62 right down the middle. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ricardo, our home run derby champion, batting 4th today. Oh no, sorry, batting 3rd today with Gianni on deck. Swing and a miss, a 62-mile-an-hour fastball. A little high. Looked good, though, I'm sure. The high heat fools them all, even in the pros. So now, no balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, a 61. And ball's dropped, but he's tagged. He's out. So 2 down. Gianni now steps in with a runner on third. Need to put the ball into play here. Ground ball down the left side. Into the dugout, actually, into the Jackrabbits dugout. So Gianni now will step in. So this pitcher is throwing hard. Nice stop by the catcher, 57. But not really playing with a lot of extra pitches. So we'll see fastballs, hard fastballs from him, and if our boys can turn around on it. I'm looking at the outfield. It looks like there's only 2 outfielders for the Ridgemen. Not sure if I'm seeing that right. Foul ball. Oh, they only have 8. Oh, okay. The Ridgemen are only playing with 8. Oh no, they're going to lose. They're going to lose another player here apparently in just a few, 45 minutes or so. So, yeah, any ball in the outfield should allow the Jackrabbits to run. 56, foul. I think that might have been an attempt at a curve because it looked like it kind of floated up there a little bit slower. So maybe he has a second pitch. And Gianni read that well and fouled it off. We have timeout for the catcher to fix his equipment. So Gianni's swinging if it's close here because there's 2 strikes. Oh, he wears that on his hip, and it's a dead ball. So Gianni will go to first. So Gianni takes his base. Most hit batsman on the team, by the way, is Gianni. Gianni at first and Jorge at third. Teddy steps in now. Teddy looking to keep his weight back and really drive this ball in the outfield. The ball in the outfield allows him to run all day. And Gianni may have had the go. Gianni does go. Throw it back to third. No play. Gianni takes second safely. So Teddy's got second and third now. If he can put one in the outfield, he'll score 2. That first pitch was a strike. So pitcher is throwing a lot of strikes here in the first inning. And that ball bounces in. And Jorge is in, slides in on the pass ball. Actually more of a wild pitch, really. And Gianni takes third. So Teddy now looking, drive just in the 1. Dad on the mic here offering an unsolicited advice for Teddy. But with only 2 outfielders, Teddy can put the ball into the outfield with his speed. He should be able to run a long, long way. 2 down now. Pitcher in and around the strike zone all the time. Teddy's got to be ready. That ball is out away and bounces off the concrete right back to the catcher. So with that ball bouncing right back to the catcher, Gianni stays at third. Teddy now with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Doesn't have his back elbow up. He's not really ready. Now he's ready. Swing and a miss is a pitch on the inside corner, 60 miles an hour. Load early. And Teddy now. Foul ball off the right. Battles a 61-mile-an-hour pitch on the inside corner. Excellent placement by the pitcher here now. Pitcher should be looking for throw the ball away now. He's thrown 2 into Teddy, so look for him to throw the ball away. Teddy now ready for this next pitch. Choked up, another inch on the bat. And that's a ball down the right field line. There's nobody there because they're playing short. So Teddy is just going to take the single, and he drives in the run. So with a 2-strike defensive swing, pops that ball down the right field line. Teddy now will take first, as you can see, and in steps Jack. With a 2-run lead now, the Jackrabbits have 2 down, and let's see here if Teddy is going or not. Jack a little off the plate. I like to see it. Getting the barrel of the bat over the plate now. Comes. That's a ground ball. down the left field line. Third baseman, eats up the third baseman a little bit, and Teddy will get to. Oh, and Jack ran through and fell, but apparently he's going to be just fine. So in steps Chris now. Everybody looking for their signs. Chris back after I think a game or two hiatus. So good to see him get some good swings in here. They're paying attention to the runner at first, but not. And that ball gets thrown away. Teddy's going to go to third. And that ball gets away. Teddy's going to score. And Jack will wisely take the base out at second. So a lot of throwing the ball around for the Ridgemen. That helped the Jackrabbits there plate another. So 3-0 with Jack at second and Chris in. Beautiful pitch, beautiful 61-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. Feel bad a little bit for this pitcher here. He's been making the pitches he needs to and just not getting the defensive plays that he needs. Foul ball. Big refrain from the Jackrabbits pitchers as well. They know this feeling all too well. So with Chris now, 2 strikes against him. We're having a conversation, ump and catcher. I don't know. I think the ump was making sure the catcher was okay there on that foul ball. Went off his pad, off his chest protector. So big hole on the left if Chris can get it through. Jack is going to steal. That's strike 3, so it doesn't really matter. That's the end of the inning anyway. So Jack's doesn't count because he was out. Or sorry, because it was a strikeout at home. So Jack being left at second, but 3 runs across the plate in the bottom of the first for the Jackrabbits. Pretty good inning. We got talk about winning the innings, and so now we'll win the inning. So Jack, I believe, will step back up on the mound. In between innings, we're going to have some commentary from the little sisters. So Teddy's little sister's going to say hello. You going to say hi?
Hi, I'd like to say a few things about my brother's hit. It was really good, and when Jack fell, I burst into giggles. And also, what's it called? Mia's mom wants to give a shout out to grandparents who are watching.
All right, so that's Gianni's grandparents. If they're watching, big shout out to you from Mia's mom. I don't know if she wants to be named or not, so I'll just say that. Gianni's grandparents, big shout out from your daughter. So, and a big shout out, I think, to Teddy's grandparents, Nana and Papa, who were here with us last week, are back in Vegas tuning in. So Jack is back on the mound. I think Coach had talked about everybody throwing a couple innings. So Jack hadn't seen a lot of work this fall ball. Kieran apparently has a hole in his glove because that ball went right through it. So hopefully that's why we warm up. That's why we practice. So Kieran's behind the plate. Looks like we'll have a few other defensive changes here. And Joe will be at first. Actually, it's unchanged across the infield. So that's Joe at first, Ricardo second, Jorge short, and Gianni at third. In left, we've got Javon. In center, we've got Chris. And in right, we've got Teddy. So Teddy playing corner outfielder, but usually plays left, not right. So that's a new switch up. And Javon has played center, so he's in left now with Chris returning. Chris has played well in the outfield in that center position. It's very aggressive and goes and gets the ball. Ball's in is the call. And we'll see this next pitch. Which will get us to throwing that ball down. Looks like my camera, not sure why my home plate camera is moving all over the place, but it's moving all over the place. So let's get it down so you can see balls and strikes. Because right now all you can see is the top of the zone. Let's see how that goes. All right, play ball from the ump. Calling a very consistent game here. Jack with a 52-mile-an-hour fastball inside. And that ball is outside. 55 though. Jack bringing a little bit more heat than usual. He does like to come off the windup, though. It allows him to generate a little bit more power with his back leg. There's a strike. And 2 balls and 1 strike to the batter. Jack needs to come back with another strike here to get back in the driver's seat, and he does not. He bounces that ball short of the plate. And as such, that ball gives him a 3-1 count. There we go. I finally think I got home plate camera set up correctly. That ball bounces in again. Great stop by Kieran, but that is ball 4. So first runner Jack has given up, and the first runner for the Ridgemen. And we expect that Jack will throw over at least once here. He does not, but instead he throws that ball way outside. 55. Jack's high leg kick, though, did fool the runner, who dove back to first. So opportunity there to get a strike, but it was way outside, so sort of a lost opportunity for the Jackrabbits. There it is, 55 across the knees. So Jack bringing just a little bit more juice. Usually he's throwing 53, so maybe a little bit higher leg kick. It'd be interesting to go look at the film on this. Throw over, and no play. Runner is back safely. .55 on the outside corner. Ball spins away from Kieran there in the glove. And we got a timeout because we've got some Ridgemen leaning outside the dugout to get a better look. I don't blame them. It's tough to see the game from the dugouts. But for their own safety, they're told to go back inside. That ball gets past Kieran, and he's just going to eat it, but the runner gets into second safely. So Jack kind of wild here with a runner on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody down. That ball is inside, 54 mile an hour. Great frame by Kieran, but that was never going to save that pitch. Full count now. Jack comes set. Does not give the runner a look. Throws it outside. Ball 4. So 2 straight walks for Jack. Not really diagnosing the difference between inning 1 and inning 2. Kieran, though, apparently has an idea. He's just walked out to talk to Jack, have a conversation. And the conversation's over. Kieran steps behind the plate. Jack puts his left foot on the rubber. He's a very quick working pitcher. As such, you already see him come set. Doesn't look at second. Instead, floats the ball up 54 and high. Next pitch. Ooh, foul ball off to the right side. Jack had him threw the ball inside and had the batter swing out an inside-out swing. Which I don't know if the batter's looking at the hole on the right side, but that is where the hole is. Well, again, Jack with the big swing. And the ground ball gets underneath the glove of Joe. Teddy picks it up, and he's going to throw the ball home. And the ball gets past and actually hits the ump. Teddy with a not really paying attention out in the outfield. So coach yelling at everybody, saying everybody blew it there. So coach letting Teddy know he's got to be throwing it. He can't be sitting there holding it. That run scores because he does it, but nobody on the infield telling him where to throw it, and his cutoff man not asking for it. So bad defense by the Jackrabbits gives up a full run for the Ridgemen. So, and we had a little bit of chicanery there on the base paths where we were going to throw behind the runner at first. Kieran chose not to. And a ground ball off to the right side does squib foul. And 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss That was strike 2 with one ball, 2 strikes. Jack really needs an out here. We really need a strikeout. Next pitch, and a ground ball. Gets to Joe. Double play. That's 2. That's only 2. That's only 2. So double play there on the infield. Joe to Jorge, back to Joe, I believe it was. Puts the runner at third.
Jack, your defense there to help you.
Because they got double play there. No, if Joe were to step on the base, then it's not a force at second anymore. And that ball skips away from Kieran. Kieran pounces on it like a cat on a mouse. And runner does not go from third. So let me confirm. They did not score on that. Okay, good. So yeah, question about why didn't Joe just step on the base and get the force out? If Joe steps on the base, creates the force out, then the runner who is going to second could turn around and go to first, as there's no longer a runner on first. And so it would require Jorge to, wow, that was a 50-mile-an-hour something that dropped right in. That was pretty. Would require that Jorge make the tag at the base, which is a much tougher play. So instead, you ground ball, you throw to second, you get the force, you turn that around, you throw it right back and get the force again at first. It's what the Jackrabbits did. And a foul ball off the right side, out of the play, over where the kids are playing. Thankfully, nobody in the landing zone there, and Jack now in the driver's seat with an 0-2 count. And if I've done my math right, this means that the Ridgemen have, with only 8 players, have batted all the way around. And that's a ground ball right to Ricardo. Ricardo makes the throw. 4-3 is your scorecard call, and with that is a third out of the inning. But good job on the Ridgemen, who were able to get on and get a run in. So at the middle of the second inning, it is 3-1 Jackrabbits over the Ridgemen. Jackrabbits rumble back into the dugout, and Ridgemen running out onto the field here. We will have Jabrell, Javon, and Kieran. That will be our guaranteed 3, but I expect we'll see more than that. If we do, that turns over the lineup, and Joe, Jorge, and Ricardo need to have their helmets on and be ready. Same pitcher here for the Ridgemen, number 13. He was throwing the low 60s, throwing those really hard strikes. So our boys need to be in the back of the box and ready to swing.
Back of the box. 60. Where's 2? Can you just tell him that back of the box? Back of the box. Right here. I didn't hit the ball there.
That's the buying Karen. Oh, yeah, I did this. And Joe, get your helmet on. One more after.
I didn't hit the ball. The ball hit me.
All right, in steps Jabrell. I was having a quick chat with Jack there. It's not sure, Jack's not sure why he's throwing harder, but he does feel like he's throwing harder. So he's seeing what we're seeing on the gun, or he's feeling what we're seeing on the gun. In steps Jabrell. Jabrell will take that first pitch, 63-mile-an-hour outside in the dirt. So one of the other things that Jack said is that he was listening, came back and watched the game, was listening, and took into account my advice for where to stand in the box. So that makes my heart sing a little bit. Oh, Jabrell hits that ball straight up, and oh! The catcher had that off the glove, man. So that was a very exciting foul ball, and a first strike to Jabrell. And that ball dances in, almost takes Jabrell out at the ankles. We got a 2-ball, 1-strike count here. Oh, pretty pitch. Okay, 61 outside. Last week that would have been called, but this new balls and strike zone. So Jabril takes for 3-1 off the windup. Here comes the next pitch. Ooh! Jabril gets out of the way, and he's going to take a walk down to first. Actually, yeah, that's right. He's going to take that walk by running down. Bravo. We love to see that hustle. Everybody's getting their sign now. Javon looking for a sign. Jabril looking for a sign. Javon also a two-sport star, playing middle school football, and my understanding is that he's quite good, and he has been able to be. He's played running back as well as I believe he plays defensive back on the defensive side of the ball. So, and there's Jabril. He's safe. Jabril with a great jump and takes second. So now Javon, though, in the hole with 2 strikes, he's going to have to swing here if it's close. So interesting move there to have Jabril steal on the second pitch of the at-bat, not the first. That ball is high and inside. Javon was ready to swing, too. You could see it, ready to swing, but had to duck out of the way of that one. Oh, that's right, he did. But he wasn't going on the first pitch either. So, a little lead for Jabril, but he's not going anywhere. That ball's inside. And now a late, very, very, very late start for Jabril, who will scamper over to third. Really helped by a crazy angle, or a crazy hop off an angle of the concrete here. So Jabril initially read that wrong, but was saved by ball skipping too far away for the catcher to make a real play on. 1 ball, or 2 balls? What do we got? 2-2. That ball, strike 3 right there at the letters on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by the pitcher. So that puts us 1 down. Kieran getting in, making a little cross sign in the dirt with his bat. Probably to orient himself, I assume, but maybe also call for some divine help. I'm not sure. That ball gets behind Kieran, goes off the concrete and bounces back to the pitcher. Had Jabril gone, he would have been out by roughly 50 feet, so he read that correctly, contrary to his dad yelling from the audience telling him to go. So looks like the pitcher here is losing a little bit of stamina. Beautiful pitch right there, 63, and arm slot dropping down. So I don't know, number 13, if you're watching this, watch your arm slot from the first inning to the second inning. You're coming down a little bit more 3/4, and that's messing with your accuracy. When you come more over the top, it's a better pitch. There's a ground ball. Found Kieran down the left field line. Got good wood on that one, or good aluminum on that one. Does put him in a hole, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 down. Joe's on deck and will be batting next. And a huge towering shot to left field. The left fielder's gonna not get underneath it. This is one where they definitely are hurt by not having a full outfield, but we'll take it. Jabril scores, and Kieran with a double, the big fat double. That is so good to see. Making the ears out of second base too, celebrating a little bit. So good for him. Good for him. He was on it, and we have a timeout. I'm not sure what's happening here. We got too many balls on the field, it looks like. So in comes Joe. Joe checking in with the man above. So if the man above was helping Kieran with that double, maybe he'll reach out and help Joe. Joe was out in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. The ball that gets away. Kieran does not move on the wild pitch there. So he stays at second. You can see him in the shot, I believe, sort of out there at second base. Joe looked like he wanted to bunt and then pulled it back. I kind of wish he just bunted. Down the right field line is wide open. And that ball will go into center. And because there's no center fielder, again, this is where we're a little blessed with them only having 8. But Kieran will advance to third. So as such, Now the run is only 80 feet away for Joe, who has just only seen one pitch at this point. Ooh, that ball gets away. And pops up. No one really got a good read on that one. Catcher didn't, pitcher didn't, and it looks like Kieran didn't either. So Kieran will stay at third. So yeah, I would suspect this is, we've got the little fatigue on the arm of the pitcher here, who was throwing such beautiful BBs in the first inning. And there's a shot down the right side. Nice play by the first baseman who steps on it. And we get the run across the plate, however. So Joe did what he had to, hit the ball to the right side, put the run across. That gives us a 5-1 lead. And in steps Jorge with the bases empty now. Ricardo will be on deck. So the Jackrabbits have already pushed 2 across the plate in this inning. Ooh, first pitch is inside, 60. So still plenty of heat coming, but pitcher making up for, I think, a little fatigue by whipping the arm lower, and it's just causing all these pitches to go inside. Whereas in the first inning, he was throwing them over the plate. So our boys need to be patient, because they're going to get that pitch like that one. Oh, even with the armor on, Jorge hits that one off his knee. He's grabbing his knee, so he's armored up from the mid-shin down, and he's grabbing the inside of his knee. Let's see, I don't think I've got a camera angle for that. I apologize. He's not far enough down the third base line, and he's not close enough to home plate for me to get that. So, oh, Jorge really grabbing the inside of his knee. He is not a happy boy right now. Gonna need to get some ice on that. Ump having a conversation with him, and he's shrugging it off a little bit. Ump doing a really professional job here. Taps him on the shoulder, says, let's play if you're ready to play. Jorge not quite ready to play.
Way to go, Jorge! Woo!
And next pitch, we shall see here. And he fists that one off to the left side. Third baseman right underneath it. A good play by the third baseman for the third out of the inning. So well done, third baseman. And that'll end us the second inning, which gives us a 5-1 lead for the Jacks over the Ridgemen. And I don't know if Jack will hit the mound again. He may or may not. Well, he's first out there. He loves to pitch, so let's see if he is ready to pick up the ball again or if they're going to switch it out. Jack has grabbed the ball. Let's see. And Jack and Teddy having a conversation. Looks like Teddy's trying to convince him to give him the ball. Smile on Teddy's face as he's slowly meandering in the slowest. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen a slow meandering stream, it is lightning speed compared to how fast the Jackrabbits are taking the field right now. The only person who was out there at any time was Jack. Jabrell was popped out too. The rest of the infield slowly getting to their positions. Glaciers at this point are lapping them. They're so slow in the way in which they take their positions on the field. So let's talk about positions on the field. We do have Joe anchoring first again, but Javon has moved into second. That moves then Ricardo into short, and we'll have Gianni at third. The battery will be Jack again, but Jabrell behind the plate. So switching that out. And Kieran's in left, and Chris is in center, and Teddy's in right. So that means Jorge is on the bench. That makes sense. Wonder if we should give Jorge some of our ice. What do you think? Gonna go give that to Jorge. So Teddy's mom's gonna deliver some ice to Jorge and put that on his knee for a little bit while he sits this inning out. So Jack, threw 7 pitches in the first inning, labored a little bit more in the second inning. So we'll see how many pitches he'll have going for him here. This is the final game of the regular season for the Jackrabbits. We will have the fall ball end of season tournament starting next week. So make sure that you've liked and subscribed because you'll want to get that. We don't know when we'll play. Oh, Jorge. the ice, saying doesn't need it. So I'm good. So we don't know what time we'll play. We have moved kids around. We've played different pitchers that don't normally pitch. So our record is, I believe, because the forfeiture was wiped off, we are simply a 1-4 team on this, barring the outcome of this game. And so we will probably be a lower seed, I imagine, near the bottom. There is, I believe, a team that has yet to notch a victory, so we may end up being 8, 9, or 10, somewhere there, depending on how the outcome of this game, of course. Oh, we play AA, yeah. So for whoever just texted, we are 13U AA, although in fall ball, I'm not sure there's a differentiation. We've seen quite the disparity here between skill level. But in the regular season, we play the AA, so not the AAA and not the majors. First pitch is a foul ball. Jack wants to have a conversation with his catcher within earshot of the batter. So Jack, if you go back and watch this, you may want to call your catcher out further. Just make sure the batter can't see that. Or hear that, excuse me. So Jack now on the windup, loves himself some windup. He may have been trying to figure out what the 54 on the gun there. So Jack also tiring, not hitting quite the mid-50s that he was before. So I think Jack was trying to figure out what signs his catcher was throwing. And a ground ball to the left. Gets underneath all the gloves. That ball will get tossed back in to second. So a beautiful leadoff single from the Ridgemen batter, who sprays it through the left hole. And we've got a conversation happening here down the first base line. Not sure. Looks like maybe a conversation with the first base coach, not with the batter. So it might be more about the safety of the kids in the dugout or something, I'm not sure. So ump calls for play ball, then puts his mask on, so he doesn't know how fast Jack likes to work. He could have seen a fastball there. And that ball floats in 54 and high. Looked like Jack was maybe trying to do a curve. And Jack flipped over to first after he stepped on the rubber and then threw it to first after making a motion towards home, I guess. So as such, he didn't come set. That's what he's saying. He stepped on the rubber, didn't come set, and that is a balk. So the runner will take second, as you can see there. So the Ridgemen runner now safely 80 feet advanced to second base. And coach asking for what's going on. Jack having some questions. Jabrell very, very wisely showing some leadership here, calling his pitcher in for a conversation so that he doesn't get himself thrown out. Jack, one of our more emotional pitchers.
No, he doesn't. That's not a block.
So there's conversation about whether he was set or whether he pitched over. So
Because he can step on the ground and go that direction anyway. Coach, that's on me. Thank you.
oh, apologies. We get.
Yeah, he's left. We're good.
So we're going to have a reversal there. It looks like Coach Paul went out and asked about what happened, and as such, because there was no motion towards home, now the field ump is saying there was simply a motion towards first. So that's, we're having some clarification here on a balk, but Jack did not balk. Runner returns to first. Swing and a miss. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what the count is right now. We got a 1-1 is the count from blue behind the plate, and what we had on the screen, because of course Keith is crushing it. Shout outs to Keith in the comments or in the app. Oh, runner is going, and he will get over there. He went on first move, and it took too long for the Jackrabbits to whip the ball around to second base. So as such, the runner will still be at second after all that. But good heads-up base running by the Ridgeman, who was just going on first move. He wasn't waiting to see where the ball was going, and was able to get himself a stolen base out of all that. Next pitch. A beautiful 55-mile-an-hour pitch there. So Jack now with 1 ball and 2 strikes. He is setting himself up for an important out if he can put this ball over the plate. And a ground ball to the right side. It's going to sneak through. And then Teddy with the ball. He does whip it in. And that ball is going to come into Jabrell. Jabrell stops it. Teddy did get the throw off this time. Coach informing Teddy that now we're going to fight, as Teddy has made 2 boneheaded plays in right field. So, Papa, if you're there, I think your bet about. Oh, and he's out at home on a ground ball back to the pitcher, and then Jabrell with a good stop of the plate. So first out of the inning made at home by the Ridgemen. Runner there was going on contact, even though the ball went right back to Jack. Jack with a heads-up play home, threw the ball home, and got the runner on a tag play. So first and third, and there's a play over at third. And of course the batter up with 1 down for the Ridgemen. So Ridgemen definitely challenging, definitely a chance to put the few runs on the plate here against Jack. Ball's outside, I hear Blue say. So that was a good pitch from Jack. You had first pitch, you're going to try to get him go fishing for that pitch. Throw over to first. Joe with a very sure glove on a bullet from Jack. No play, however. Base runner was not very far off the base. Jack comes set. He's ripping his head away from the batter, our home plate, excuse me, and so threw that ball wild and high. As you can see, we got runners on second and third. And a 2-0 count. This is not where Jack wants to be. Swing and a miss, or maybe that's a foul ball, I don't know. But anyway, it's a strike. A little catcher's equipment timeout here. Jabrell fixing the left shin guard. And ump calls play ball again. Ump having a really good command of this game. The ball hits the runner, or the batter, excuse me, and he runs that down. He does not let that slow him one bit. Well done, Ridgeman. So bases loaded now for Jack. Jack's got to get out of this inning here. And Jack well over his normal pitch count, I think, at this point. So.
You gotta reach and finish your pitches, bud. Don't short arm it.
So. All right, we get a confirmation that the runner on first is safe. Or it's not safe, but is feeling good. So with that, we get our first pitch ball.
Turn it up the middle still. Get up. Get up.
So coming from the full windup, Jack can't make any plays.
Now you gotta reach.
Can't make any pickoff plays. So the runner is taking huge leads. Jack being told to snap the towel and to reach. You notice he's not quite finishing with his left hand coming through, letting the ball go a little high. There it is. Oh, that ball is high. 57 though, popped. They brought his most heat that he's brought all season on that pitch. So Jack really digging deep here. Digging down into the depths of his stamina to try to finish this inning. And there's a ground ball down the right field line. Foul. And we got a timeout while we retrieve that ball. And 3 balls, 1 strike. And the Jackrabbits will gladly give up a run for a double play here, which they get. I'm not sure what happened. We have a foul ball.
Okay, we're good.
We get a double play. Runner scores. Is that 3 outs? That's 3. So line drive to Joe. So line drive to Joe. He caught it, and then he tried to run to first base and drop the ball, but then was able to get the ball, tag the runner for the 3rd out of the inning, meaning the run did not score, therefore keeping the Jackrabbits with their lead. We shall see Ricardo, Gianni, Teddy, and Jack this inning. And I'll be the first to admit I am so glad I have a first base camera because I'm going to have to go back and watch that. I do not totally understand what happened, but I could see what was going on. So 5-1 to the Jackrabbits as we go into the bottom of the 3rd. Reminder, we play 4 innings or an hour 45, and we started about 1 hour ago. So not sure if well, we'll see how things are going in an inning or so. So Jack saved defensively there, was running out of gas, able to get it done defensively. So bravo, Joe, to save your team. Looks like the 2:30 game is rolling up. It looks like the Lightning will be playing after us on this field.
That's what you're supposed to do.
So, feeling good about this inning with Ricardo and Gianni. We have a new pitcher from the Ridgemen, a lefty, number 95. And I'll see what his warm-up speeds are, although oftentimes warm-up speeds are not what we see when the kids are pitching. The adrenaline's pumping and they throw a little bit harder. That one was 50 and bounced in, but he clearly throws harder than that. You can just tell by his warm-up. So it looks like maybe a little bit of side armor here. Yeah. Oh, 49. Beautiful curve. Holy moly. If he can throw that, our boys are in trouble.
Did you try? Are you kidding me? Did you just ask me if you could play 3rd?
Could I play first?
You could play 1st, and as soon as you get around the ball, then maybe we'll think about another position. As soon as you don't backhand one.
Hey, y'all. Hey, a little bit of a sidearm.
What? Oh, coach is yelling at somebody in the dugout for asking if they could play 3rd base.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, I don't know. Someone not named Gianni, I imagine. And the first pitch, 46, the ball is outside. Number 5 here does come quite a ways down, between 3/4 and sidearm. And it puts a heck of a spin on it. I don't know, it's spinning out of the zone, but man, that ball has some break on it. That was 49, but broke far away from the plate. So if he can learn to put that ball, like it looks like it's going to hit a right-handed batter, but then break it across the plate, he would flummox batters all the time. Beautiful. 46 that dropped in real pretty like. Yeah, high ball, foul ball, straight back. That ball was in his eyes, but that'll be strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Number 95 coming out throwing pretty strikes.
Let's go 2-2.
So let's see if he can drop that changeup or whatever that was in again. He tried. Wow. 44 mile an hour, whatever that. 95. I am duly impressed with the amount of spin you're putting on your pitches here. If you were at sea level, you'd be deadly. And there was a 49 mile an hour. Looked like a fastball. So we still have a full count. And that ball is popped straight back. No kids in the landing zone. Keith, a man of many talents, is not only going to keep the book and the score book, but we're going to get he's going to go dig it out from underneath the tree. Not mussing a single hair on his head. You never hear Keith because he doesn't want to talk, but man, such a vital member of the broadcasting team here. Exactly. Another foul ball. And I can see that my home plate camera went up into the sky here on that foul ball. Let's get you back so you can see all the pitches. And that'll be ball 4 outside. Excellent at bat by Ricardo. Fighting off pitches he didn't like to take first on a ball 4. Teddy giving some advice here. Now we got a lefty, small lead, and he's back safely. So 95 kind of selling that he was thrown over by leaning over towards first a bunch on that pickoff move. So hopefully our boys pick that up. Here comes a throw home, and that ball is fouled off. Let me just say that the amount of spin that this pitcher is putting on the ball is just really causing trouble for our boys to hit it square. You know, a lot of spin, a lot of pop-ups. It's not just not a good pitch for us to really drive. That ball is away, and Ricardo will be safe at second. So Ricardo now takes second. Gianni has a 1-1 count. Sitting fastball here, but you don't know. This pitcher's been able to put that kind of softer changeup in for a strike. And a ground ball down the left field line. And that's a foul ball down the line. So blue reminding us 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on second. Pitcher steps onto the rubber, getting a sign. Swing and a miss. And we're gonna have a throw at first, and he's out. So, yeah, Gianni started hopping towards home, and that was confusing to everybody. Sorry, hopping towards the dugout, and that would be normally give himself up. So in steps Teddy now, with Ricardo still on second. Jack will be inside the on-deck circle there. There is a giant hole on the right side. I think we were warned about this, but I'm pretty sure the Ridgemen are now playing with just 7 in the field. So Teddy swinging and missed a 47-mile-an-hour pitch. Trying to punch that to the right side, I think. And that's right side is wide open again because they're not playing with the full complement of kids. And a ground ball through the left side. And Ricardo gets himself thrown out at third for the final out of the inning? Second out of the inning. Second out of the inning. Gianni struck out. So Teddy gets to second, but Ricardo making a poor base running decision there, gets himself run out. So 2 down now, Jack up, Teddy on second. So big hole on the left side. Again, only playing, looks like 3 infielders. You have obviously the battery, you got the pitcher and the catcher, you got 3 infielders, and you got 2 outfielders. So a lot of opportunity to punch holes through the infield here. Jack's in now. That ball is high. Great catch by the catcher to stop that throw. So it's our only lefty versus the lefty, and we'll see if that curveball comes in and breaks. So we just had a little fall here of one of the throw back to second. So here we go. Jack a little bit further off the plate, a little bit closer to the plate than I want him to be, but swings at a pitch that was in his eyes. Man, that was a bummer. That was nowhere close. And floated in though at 47. So I think that was the changeup or maybe the curve and he made Jack look bad. Beautiful swing. Foul ball down the right field line, but off the center cut of the bat there, and Jack a little disappointed that he was unable to get that ball down the line. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Jack's got to be disciplined here to get Teddy in. With two outs, Teddy should be running as soon as the ball is hit. So Jack inching up on the plate again. Now he has given up where the barrel of the bat should cross the plate. Oh, he pops that ball down the left field line. That ball is foul. Third baseman didn't quite make the catch on that one. He would go back and over his shoulder. That's a tough one. Oops, I didn't quite get that punch, sorry. So Jack now needs to be, he's very aggressive up there, so he needs to be wise, not aggressive. So Jack up on the plate again. Old habits die hard. Let's see if he can. He's swinging and a miss at a ball that was way in his head. And that is strike 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. The Jackrabbits this inning are not able to plate anyone. We go to the top of the 4th, a 5-1 ball game, and we are 1 hour and 4 minutes in, so we'll definitely see the 4th inning, if maybe the 5th inning as well. So we'll see where everybody ends up. I don't know if they're allowed to play with 7 either. I thought 8 was the minimum. But you know what? Let's just keep playing. Let's play some ball. It's fall ball. It doesn't matter. And we're going to have a full new complement of folks here on the infield and in the outfield, looks like. So it appears though Teddy is going to take the mound. Kieran behind the plate. We'll have Joe at first and Javon at second. Ricardo at short and Jorge at third. The outfield will consist of Chris in left, Jack in center, of course, and Jabrell in right. So, Nana and Papa, tune in. You got an inning of your grandson pitching, who I think owes you money for his defensive play this game. But you guys can figure that out. So for the rest of you, just FYI, after Nana and Papa visited last week, there was a discussion between Teddy and his grandfather about incentivizing good actions on the ball diamond and bad actions, primarily pitching and his defensive play. So Teddy's been working in this fall ball season. Teddy's been working on his changeup and curve. Although I've not seen a changeup or curve here in the warm-up. So maybe Teddy's just going to do 9 pitches and be done. Go with the immaculate inning here. So Teddy throwing upper 50s. Sometimes has touched 60, but generally upper 50s. That was 55, for example. So a little bit harder than Jack, but switch from the left to the right. So different look here for the Ridgemen.
Come on, Ted, let's go.
So Teddy pitching to Kieran. Isai, Teddy's preferred battery mate through the summer, is taking advantage of the school break. I believe the family has gone on vacation. We're also missing Isai and Isaiah. So if you guys happen to be watching, shout out to you, and we miss you guys. Teddy with a first pitch fastball into the right field gap. And a leadoff single for the Ridgemen. He went up and got that one, actually. It was up in his eyes, and he kept his hands in. Good swing by the Ridgemen there to get the meat of the bat on that. So, good swing and well-earned single. Teddy's going to have to learn to get his fastball down. He's not finishing, not reaching. His fastball stays high, so then it's just a meatball for anybody who can swing fast enough. Teddy comes from the stretch. His first pitch, batter here is 54 and high. Next pitch, it's a changeup to the right side. Out it. out at first, or out at second, safe at first. But we will take that, get the lead runner. So good heads-up play by Javon to get the lead runner over at second. Not quite quick enough to make the turn to get the double play, but one down and runner still on first. So left-handed batter here. This will sort of neutralize Teddy's curveball because his curveball will just dive back into the batter. And beautifully strong throw from Kieran, but off the mark, scoops into the outfield. So swing and a miss for strike one. As I was saying, Teddy's curveball starts outside and swoops over the plate. So it looks like it's going to hit a right-handed batter and then goes for a strike. To a left-handed batter, it looks like it's outside and then it breaks right over the heart of the plate. So he will have a hard time throwing a curveball to him. Has a change-up at 50. I know what that looks like every day. And a throw down. Wow, Kieran keeping him honest out there at second. What I really liked is that Ricardo, Javon, and Jack were all around that in case that ball were to get away. There was backup galore. Teddy with a fastball, overthrowing it into the dirt, 57.
Finish those pitches, buddy. You guys are all short-arming stuff today. Let's go.
Teddy didn't really prepare, I don't think, for coming in here. He was ready to come in the first, and you can see it here. First couple of pitches. Jorge with a catch and a throw to first. They get him at first. And that's two down. Beautiful play from Jorge at third. And a good stretch from Joe at first. Joe then, of course, quickly bouncing off the base and looking to see if the runner at second was going to try to make a break for it. He did not. That then kept the runner at second. Teddy does not look back. He throws his first pitch, 49. I think that might have been a changeup.
Good try.
Or a first pitch curve, I'm not sure, but it was high and uncompetitive. So defense for the Jackrabbits playing really good today. Such a difference from early in the fall ball season where we were kind of a complete disaster. But instead we're making the plays we need to. 50 on the outside corner. What Teddy has going for him is the ability to locate. It's one of the things that we spent a lot of time working on. He's just naturally always had the ability to move the ball inside, outside, high, and low. And the ground ball to the right side. Joe's got it. Joe picks up. He steps on the base, and that's it. So great defensive effort by the Jackrabbits here to get the inning over for Teddy. Teddy didn't have to blow the ball past anybody, but instead could pitch to contact there. So defense wins championships, ladies and gentlemen. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, we'll have Chris, Jabrell, Javon, and Kieran up, and I expect we'll see a few more Jackrabbits after that. An hour 13. We got plenty of time for baseball. This game is moving quickly. I appreciate that the umps are not letting them take too much time for warm-up either. They're turning them over pretty quickly on the warm-up time here. So again, next week we've got one game. We're not sure when we'll play, depending on our seed, which will be the fall ball tournament. They're gonna, I believe, the first 4 games will play next week, and then the following week, the winners will advance, and we'll have up to 2 games. You'll have a semifinal and the final. In 2 weeks' time, next week would simply be the quarterfinal. And everybody should get a chance to play. Like I said, because of the game that we won via forfeit, but we didn't reach the full time, the game just didn't exist. So that hurts us a little bit in our seeding. But nonetheless, the boys are playing much better at the end of fall ball than they were at the beginning, so hopefully we can go deep into the tournament. If you've not liked or subscribed, you're going to want to do that to make sure you find out when we're playing next week. So, what? Oh, and Teddy's little sister's back. She'd like to say something.
Teddy was really good at pitching, but we should ice his arm before he.
Yes. Foul ball, probably. Oh, yeah, ice his arm. Well, we're going to do arm care for sure.
I can grab it.
And thanks for whoever let a parent know that our camera was off by a little bit. Apologies there. We got it up on the fence, so anytime there's a foul ball, it moves a little bit. And there were plenty of foul balls that inning. I'm a little far up the third base line. I'll move it over here. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of useless field and not a lot of good. It's a beautiful throw from the lefty there for the catcher with a beautiful throw down. Really excellent pitch and catch there by the Ridgemen as their final pitch of the warm-up. We go in bottom of 4, nobody on, of course, and in steps Chris to lead off the inning. Chris, who had a double last time he was up. Swings, misses a 48-mile-an-hour pitch, way outside. Chris, if you come back and look at that pitch was reachable, but you got to keep your head on the ball and you got to be stepping with your front foot towards first base. Otherwise, you got to let it go. Not sure it's a strike. I think you let it go anyway. Swing and a miss of 47 on the inside corner. So exact same pitch from the pitcher, just inside versus outside. So excellent change of location. And he steps on the rubber. Swing and a miss of 45. So 3 pitches, 1 down. Chris strikes out on 45-mile-an-hour changeup. So this pitcher is throwing so much slower than the first pitcher for the Ridgemen. Almost 15 miles an hour, or 25% slower. And clearly our boys are having a harder time catching up with the slower pitches. That ball is high and away. Jabril takes that for ball 1. I saw that the camera's bouncing. Ooh, Jabril swings at a pitch in the dirt for strike 1. I think the camera bouncing, I'm trying to think if it's because the fence. Let's see. I think we're stable now, but if we're still bouncing, let me know. That ball takes it outside, 47. Very good discipline from Jabril there to come back and not swing at a bad pitch there. A little conversation here between the umpire and what appears to be the kind of the site manager for fall ball here. Messing with the timing here. We got 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Jabril now with 2 balls and 2 strikes knows he's got to be swinging if it's close, but he's swinging a little early. He's got to just be a little bit more patient. Foul ball off the catcher's face mask. Catcher shakes it off. He's good. And the next pitch. Foul ball. Good swing by Jabril there. Jabril now just staying alive. Waiting for that good pitch to come in. Oh, he takes that ball outside. Good discipline. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's a high quality at bat here from Jabril. Now what he really needs is a single through the right side maybe. Takes that ball high and away. Ball 4. So after seeing I think 7 pitches, Jabril motors down to first in what is a misnomer for him anyway as a walk because he takes it as a run. So Javon now stepping in. Javon will have a chance to redeem himself. His first at-bat was not his best at-bat, but he's had some good plays in the field and hopefully translate into being at-bat. Takes that 46-mile-an-hour pitch outside. A lot of excitement at the field behind us. Happy for those that are enjoying their day at the park. swing and a miss at 46. So Javon, and can't hit what you can't see. So no problem. He's going to have more pitches here. The pitcher slowing down a little bit. That's 46 mile an hour fastball, but he's very. And Jabrell is safe at second on a throw that gets away from the second baseman. So they had him at second base, but the throw down to the base didn't happen. It looks like my third base camera has moved a little bit again. And that's a strike on the outside corner. A little nibbling from number 95. Well placed pitch. So when he did that before, we saw him come back inside. So is Javon ready? Javon's dancing in the box. It doesn't look like he's ready. Now he's ready. And he hits that ball into left center. And it drops. And Jabrell is safe. Jabrell is safe at third. And Javon with a single moves the runner over. So having a conversation there with Jabrell and coach about the wisdom of taking that, of making that run there. So Kieran steps in. Kieran had a double last time he was up. And if he can be patient here, he can put this ball into the outfield. First pitch, slow and away. Kieran steps in now for the second pitch of his at bat. That ball floats away. 46.
Stop, Kieran.
50 on the gun, but it was a little outside. You could see the had a really fast pitch, but it wasn't quite accurate enough. There it is. Wow, that was 46. That was 46. It looked like Kieran maybe was taken all the way there. And that was because it was 3-0. Yeah, so Jackrabbit law is you take on 3-0. Kieran wanted that one. He's going to take that ball outside. That gives us the bases loaded now. So we got Kieran here at first. We've got Javon at second, Jabrell at third. And in steps Joe. Joe checking with the good Lord above. And Jorge is on deck. And a ground ball through the right side. Really unfair for the... And that ball comes in. And that'll leave the runners at second and third. So another base hit for Kieran, which he has needed. This is such good for his fall ball's been tough. This is such a good one. Good game for him. Probably unfair that the Ridgemen don't have a second baseman. That might have been a ground ball that would have seen some action, but you play with what you got, and Kieran gets the ball through for a double to score 2. Jorge steps in. Remember, Jorge last time hit the ball off his left knee. He swings and misses at a 47-mile-an-hour pitch that was really pretty. Jorge was way ahead of it, and Jorge now has a huge hole on the left side if he can punch a ball through. That ball goes straight up. Catcher's underneath it. Oh, Catch had such a nice try. That was really nice. Jorge now in a hole, in a very un-Jorge-like hole. No balls, 2 strikes to him, and he is swinging like a madman right now. So let's see if we get a pitch maybe on the outside corner here. Does the pitcher come back and nibble? Oh no, he hits ball right to the shortstop, goes underneath the shortstop's glove, and we're going to score 1 Jorge at first, and we've got Kieran at third, and now we've got Ricardo up. So that gives us an 8-1 lead. And Ricardo, big swing here, could put this game into the, I think the 10-run mercy rule here. And he's going to take a strike. And a throw down to third, and wow. Kieran looked frozen. He didn't know what to do there, so he was called safe. Oh, that's Joe. Excuse me, Joe. My bad. Sorry. Joe looked frozen there, didn't know what to do, but was luckily slid underneath the tag. Swing and a miss. So 2 strikes now. Our boy is having a hard time with the slower speed and being able to get around on it. So Gianni on deck. And that ball's outside. And we have a defensive switch, it looks like. Oh no, we have a ball on the field, excuse me. The Lightning, who are warming up, managed to, looks like, pop one over the left field fence and onto the field. Ricardo now in a hole like Jorge was. And we step off, but no throw. Not sure where Joe thinks he's going. He has a big lead. And a ground ball to the third baseman. He's going to pick it up. He's going to throw it to first. And that ball is offline. So Joe is going to score. Ricardo in safely at first on a throwing error. And Jorge at third. In steps Gianni now. And that's a 9-1 lead for the Jacks. First and third. Gianni up. Gianni does not do well with slower pitchers. So hopefully he gets way up in the box and can crush this ball. He'd much prefer 60 than he would 45. And there's a shot right up the middle. Gets right past the shortstop. And that ball is going to pop in. Everybody just advances their 80 feet. So Gianni at first. And Ricardo at third now. And in steps Teddy with Jack on the on-deck circle. So
10-1.
So Teddy now with the opportunity, if he can put the ball into the outfield, to get the 10-run rule here. Beautiful, beautiful 47-mile-an-hour pitch on the outside corner from the Ridgemen pitcher. Teddy takes first pitch, but it does that so that we can advance to second for Gianni. And that ball's outside. Teddy's been 2 for 2 with 2 balls hit to the right side. Right now they're playing him straight up pretty much, but with no second baseman. So if Teddy does that again, one can imagine that he'll be able to score. Next pitch. Ooh, Teddy's way ahead on that pitch, off the end of the bat. Off the end of the bat. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So everybody going to 2 strikes here at this pitcher. We're having a hard time hitting that pitch, but we are getting on. Everybody making contact at some point. Next pitch. Teddy with a ground ball, where the second baseman should be. He's going to get that ball through. That was kind of an ugly pitch, or ugly hit. Throw home. Oh, not in time. And nobody at second for the throwdown. So Teddy will have a game, and that is game, ladies and gentlemen. That gets us to 11-1. Actually, technically 12-1. And that brings, after 4, that brings us to the end of our game today. So with that moves the Jackrabbits to 2-4 officially on the season for fall ball, and as such we should end up probably as a something like a 7 seed. I suspect we'll play early next Sunday morning. So make sure that you have liked and subscribed so that you get those notifications. On behalf of Keith and myself and the rest of us at Jackrabbits Broadcasting, we appreciate you tuning in today. As always, vamos libres, and we'll